Maybe they're the churchy people, or the late church people. The rest of you guys go early. Well, I've been doing a lot of research on my, the state one-stops for those 327 grants that are in your state, and that's what I really am doing, because I really learned so much. And actually, what I'm including in that now is help on debt relief. So all the places to go locally for debt relief, and I'll tell you where they are. If you don't want to buy the report, you can search them out yourself, and that's what I want to cover today, all that stuff. And I don't know what we're going to have with the tax bill. That'll be interesting. How much more rich people are going to get from us, from the rest of us. And that's like, boy, it's game in the system. They learn how to use the system, and they come down and say it's easier to change a law than it is to invent some new product and make money. They can make billions of dollars just by getting a law changed. So that's an easier way. Hey, how are you doing? Did I have anything in North Carolina? Absolutely. You go to lesko.com/one-stop, ONESTOP, and you'll see I have a downloadable report. That is $79 report. I'm selling for $59 because I want to see how low I can get this, and that's all ready to download. So if you're in North Carolina and you're looking for what grants are available, what I do really is I identify every single personal grant, direct payment, ways to make income, that none of these 327 places cost you any money at all. Most of it's government, nonprofit organizations, stuff that's on the web, to raise money on the web, and I show you all that. It's huge. It's 400 some pages. It's the biggest thing. There's 100 instructional videos. It's sort of like, we used to have to get encyclopedias. Okay, well, this is now your ebook, which is as big as an encyclopedia, but it's all about just free money. So it's all the free money. So you have to worry about what anybody else says about free money, because you'll have it all there forever and ever and ever. And that's what I want to do for the rest of my life, to make sure as many families as possible have that single reference guide where it's a Bible. Okay, Bible get you in heaven. But what's going to pay your mortgage? Almost finished with this cough. Not quite yet, but maybe another. I thought yesterday I was pretty good. And I was up most of the days and everything. I miss your commercials. Yeah, I do. My banker does too. Made a lot of money off of those things. But nothing works forever. That's why we all have to change whatever. So this is sort of cool. I enjoy it. Nobody always reference books anymore, but I'm finding so much more stuff, that I never have before. And that's why because how else are we going to keep growing? As individuals, to stay involved and to help other people, and that's what it's all about. So that's why, thank God that doesn't work anymore. I'd be bored as hell, because there's no trick. When you're making a lot of money, the only thing you have to know is you get the money, you go to the bank. You get the money, you go to the bank. It's really boring, and life to me is stretching. How good are you? How much can you do? How big of a problem can you solve today? Can you or can you not solve that problem? So it's what's Superman? How's Superman going to get out of this fix today? Hi, Robert. And that's what I think it's all about to doing. So that's why I got a big challenge. I hang my hat on for the next 2 years. Ethan, Hale, hi, Richard, hi, is watching. Bring them on camera. Bring who on camera, Richard? I'm not sure who you mean. Who should be on camera? Well, anyway. So anyway, now. What I did, because, everybody's got debt, everybody, we got more student loan debt, we got more, all kinds of, I'm getting phone calls on my cell phone now of all kinds of people it's Joe from Harrisburg, yay, Joe, what's the temperature there, Joe? What do we got for temp there today in Harrisburg? I was trying out crowdfunding Trying out yeah, now it is something to learn, and that's why if you're going to try a crowdfunding campaign, test it. Even if you fail, that's okay, because that's why you're going to learn. Okay, now how are you going to get people to know about your crowdfunding campaign? That's the key thing, and that's why if you want to talk about that, and there are ways to do it, maybe hook with somebody else. If you're selling something yourself, maybe work through a nonprofit to get that. There's other ways, being creative, to use this crowdfunding source of money, because particularly if you're trying to make money out of, as a business or an income earner or something like that. If you have a tough times, then that's a different. Depends on what you're doing, how to do it, and there's ways. I mean, and I only keep track of these things because I interviewed about 700 to 1,000 people who have used crowdfunding and other things like that on the internet. So, and I understand now the creative ways to do that. And that's what you have to do. It takes work. Not easy. You just can't put up a website and think, oh, everybody's going to find that. No, that doesn't work in business. That doesn't work in crowdfunding. That doesn't work anywhere. Well, once in a while it does, and then I get you on my infomercials so that you'll tell everybody, see, it was so easy. But it isn't. Life isn't easy. That's why you have to pick and choose things that are important to you. That's the only way I think that you stay in there long enough, to figure it out. If you're there to make a quick buck, well, it's not going to be quick. So you're going to leave before you figure it out. And that's why it's silly to even waste your time. But you want to figure it out, and that's why you have to do, like, I've written 100 books and only 10 have made money. Man, so I'm wrong 95% of the time. Yeah, North Carolina, $95. That's right. Yeah, and it is the best work I've done. This 237 sources of free money, for your state is really the best work I've ever done. And I'll send you. But right now I don't have this new report that's going to be part of that too. Because here's what this is about. Now, what I want to do is, there's so many debt scams. Okay, if you go to the Federal Trade Commission. If you go to, let's see, the Federal Trade Commission, okay, number one scam there is a government program that pays your bills. Well, what's scammy about it is there are programs that pay bills, certain kind of bills and everything. It's number one, there are very few programs that just give you money to pay any bill you want. They're there, but they're hard, and it's usually around your mortgage, your rent, or emergency money. Other ones are to pay certain bills. You could only use them to pay certain bills. You can't just get a bunch of money and you decide how you want to pay it, or pay your credit card bill. No. But what these people are doing, one of the scams out there, and if you go to the Federal Trade Commission to understand this, and just go consumer.ftc.gov, consumer.ftc.gov, and they say what these people are doing on the phone and things like that. You're going to get a grant, $6,000, $7,000, but first you have to send in a $200 processing fee. People are doing that. That's terrible. So you're looking around for, if you Google right now, debt relief, you get 100 million websites. 100 million websites. God, 100 million. This is how much the activity. When you see a lot of activity, that means a lot of people are making money out of this. And if you have debt problems, I'm going to go over later how to solve all those for free. You're not going to get anything better. I mean, maybe out of someone is better, but it's going to cost you money one way or another, and you might as well start the free one first. You learn by the free one. Was this the same dude that was back? Yeah, that's me. I read one of your books a long time ago. Yeah, no more books. It's all online. So any government program that says you get government money to pay your bills, as long as you give them a processing fee. That's a scam, outright scam. Okay, here's student loan debt relief scams. Okay, that's another scam. everybody is falling for it too, because I even get a lot of phone calls for this kind of stuff. And if they're calling, that means they're spending a lot of money. That means they're making a lot of money from you that they don't have. And you talk to anybody in the government, anybody who is in charge of these student loans, you do not need help with anybody to help you with your student loans. So if you have student loan programs, I'm going to show you sources a little bit later to cover that. You do not need help paying their student loans or getting out of paying them or anything like that, because every program they're going to eventually do is ones you can do yourself. You don't need anybody else in the world to do this. And so anybody who calls you, anything on the internet, any email you get about student loan debt relief that they're going to help you, hang up, throw it away or whatever. Don't. Okay, now here the Federal Trade Commission is great, ftc.gov, and you put consumer.ftc.gov. They have great things there. There's a thing that signs of a debt relief scam. Okay, so they tell you, they go step by step, like the Attorney General in Florida, uncovered a massive debt relief scam that month. The defendants told people they would pay, settle, and get rid of debts. Okay, so these are people calling up people and saying, hey, don't worry, we're going to pay and settle your debts and get rid of them and everything. And they get money from you to do that because you think your problems are over. And they're like, damn, I remember you from way back. You haven't aged at all. Well, no, actually, in the last 20 years, or 50, about 10 years, I started running faster all of a sudden than I have like 10 years ago. So the parts of me that haven't, it's really great. Okay, scams that charge money to settle your debts. Okay, it is illegal. Listen to this. It is illegal for anybody to get money ahead of time for you to settle your debts. They can't, because you're promising, they're going to save you so much money on this debt as long as you give them $500 or $300 or $3,000 or $10 million or wherever the hell they finagle to get from you. That is illegal. And the Federal Trade Commission, you're worried about if that is illegal or not? Go there. Consumer.ftc.gov. You'll see so much good stuff there they have, for people who are to learn about all about the scams, anything with money and credit, health and fitness, mortgages and homes, identity theft. I mean, it's just a great information. The laws, because it's so easy to get sucked in, particularly if you're hurting and you don't know your options and you think you have very few options and you don't know and you think somebody else is smarter because they wheel you around. Transforming credit card debt. Transferring credit card debt. What was that now? Transferring credit card debt. There is a fee. Credit card debt from one credit card to another. Okay, before you do anything, wait till the end of this. I'm going to show you where to get the facts about everything. I'll show you places that they don't charge money. They're only there to help you. They get grants to help you solve that problem. That's why don't even attempt to contact or get help from anybody on the internet before you should. The first one free, because they're too good at selling you something you don't even know what the hell you're buying. And so they're telling you all kinds of things. And even if the credit card tells you something or whatever, no, get some independent person that will help you. They're available, they're free, and you're silly if you don't do it, I think. Okay, here's at the Federal Trade Commission too, consumer.ftc.gov. 500 companies were caught doing debt relief scams. 500 companies they just caught recently, a few months ago. 500! Federal Trade Commission bans hundreds of mortgage assistance and debt relief operators, okay? On the heels of the FTC's list of banned debt collectors. Okay, here the link that they have at the FTC that will give you a list of 500 people. That's why I'm putting this all in the report, so people have this, where to get all the free monies to really the legitimate stuff that's out there. I'm putting all this material in those reports too. But you could go now and just go to the Federal Trade Commission, consumer.federal trade commission, and look for FTC bans hundreds of mortgage assistance and debt relief operations. 500 of them. Debt relief is any program or service such as debt settlement or debt consolidation that offers to renegotiate or change the terms of a consumer's unsecured debt. That means things like credit card and student loan debt. Okay, what they offer might include reducing the balance, interest rate, and fees owed. Mortgage relief is similar, but for home mortgages, you can include foreclosure and prevention and defense or loan modification. The law is clear. Mortgage and debt relief operators can't charge a fee until they got the money that they promise you. See, they all want to get the money first. And you probably don't even need to do that because you can get somebody for free to do the same thing. They also misrepresent their services. So that's why you hear, and I found this report, the Better Business Bureau, mortgage refinancing scams prey on the military. Right, the military, I see so many military-related scams. People, I guess, getting on the military, they don't have the money that they used to have or something like this, so they're in financial trouble, they need help. And so whether you're a for-profit university trying to get the military to give them their education money so they can make more money, or get out of debt because you haven't been able to pay your mortgage or something like that. No, there's too much free help out there, for people to take advantage of, to rely on any of these other kind of things. But you don't know, because they're not advertising. So how do you know that something's not advertised? And the problem is that when you see that those that advertise are the ones that are making money off of you, right? So if they're making money off of you, right? So this is an investment for them. Giving money to Google is just an investment to get money from you. So they sit there all day trying to figure out, okay, how can I get those people that are in debt problems to give me money, to think I could really solve all their problems. And once I get the problems, I could pretend I did something or whatever, and just apologize and go on and get somebody else. And that's why so much of the world works. And it's too bad. And something in our culture even encourages that. It encourages you make money right away and just do whatever necessary for them to not be able to sue you. So as long as it's legal, then they feel it must be moral too. I finally bought your nonprofit business report. Very excited to see the results. Oh, wonderful! Yeah, I mean that's a neat thing. I have a report that 10 places for if you have a nonprofit. I show you 10 places. The best places to get money for any kind of nonprofit. I mean, people, you go and you don't need a grant writer. Forget about grant writers. You don't want a grant writer because they're just going to charge you money. You don't even know what the hell the application is yet. So to me, what I always say, it's like getting a prom dress before you get invited to the prom. So look for the money first. Don't look for a grant writer. That's a detail. You may not even need it. And so many, particularly government organizations, help you do these for free. They help you write the grants for free. There's seminars they have to how to write a grant. You can see copies of the successful grant from last year and everything. So there's so many other ways to do this. Also, your elected official helps you with that too. So that's another good place to start. But I have all the local databases that you can find for free. Everything. You start learning. That's what it is. Start learning. If you don't start learning, then you become prey to everybody else who plays on your misinterpretation of information, and then they know what will press your button about what you think should help you, and that's probably wrong, because you don't have all the information. You got to go out there and start digging yourself, trying to get this information, how to use it, whatever, understand it, whatever. If you're throwing your money at other stuff, fine, if you have money, but if you don't have money, don't do that, because you're going to run out of money before you figure out the problem. And the important thing to do in life is figure out the problem and what works for you. And what works for you is going to be different than anybody else. And that's the important thing. See? You got to find out what works for you. Everybody's interpreting, well, this worked for this guy and whatever. Well, that's that guy, whatever. We all have different. The main thing to me is I think I know what works in writing books. No, I've written 100 and only 10 made money. So I'm wrong 90% of the time. So I know I'm wrong. But I don't know, and now I know that I don't know what will work when I do it. I could guess, but in theory, I have no idea. But I do know one thing I know for sure: if I do nothing, nothing happens. So the only thing, if you want to do something in life, at least you have to do something. Right? So many of us, I think, sit around, and I used to get trapped like this. Oh, I can't think of the perfect thing to do, or whatever. And what's the perfect thing to do? No one knows, and so you want to do something important or something, financial reward, but and you're guessing, nobody knows. But and so you'll probably never run into it because you build on it. So my theory now is what happens is we wind up doing nothing because we can't think of the perfect thing to do, and what we should do is just anything you do that is a step above nothing, which is anything, is learning. It's doing something, and maybe but more importantly, it's going to lead to something even better that you didn't know how to see, you didn't know how to ask for, before you did it. See, that's the important thing. I mean, you think, oh, I could go hit a baseball, and then you get up there the first time and somebody throws a pitch to you 90 miles an hour. It looked easy sitting at home. But now you learn, man. So now you have to, what you have to work on, what you have to practice on, and what you should be doing to build it. Well, it's not just getting up to the plate and swinging. You got to do something more. So that's why, just do anything. Any crazy harebrained idea. And the way to do it, though, make sure you don't spend any money doing it. That's why, to me, if you have an idea about selling something or whatever, and even if you use crowdfunding and not do it, then you'll get some feedback. Something will happen there that you'll see. And actually, if you took your best idea and put it there and it fails, then you realize, hey, you got to learn more, because now what you think is the best idea you had, how we criticize everybody else. Oh, they just have to do this and they'll make a gazillion. No, shit, no, it's hard. So if you do it, see, but that's what's so neat about what's happening in our society now. You don't need money to test it. And that's side, and then you grow your ideas and you grow your capability of creating something that is important to other people. And that's what life's about, and that's what's neat about life. Hold on, let me get a little swig here. Okay, let's go back to our debt problems. Okay. FTC targets student loan relief scams. They're a great article. The FTC, scammers have bilked people out of $100 million. Isn't that right? Well, see, we have more student debt now than anything else besides mortgages, I think, or maybe it's bigger than mortgages now. I mean, this is terrible. And they're cracking. So $100 million they scammed out of people from who have student debts, promising them this, that, and the other thing. I mean, that's terrible. I mean, people are in debt. They can't get out of it. They're wasting time. So somebody thinks that it's morally right, aren't we a Christian country or something like that, to do this to other people? And it's hard to find these people, and it's getting harder and harder. Okay, but that's 100 million people. Now, the Federal Trade Commission and 11 states and the District of Columbia launched the first coordinated federal and state law enforcing targeting student loan debt relief scammers, whom the FTC estimates collected more than $59 million in illegal fees by bilking customers. So that's about $100 million they made. So that's right, it doesn't pay. So maybe they have to pay a fine of $20 million. What a big deal. They just made $80 million on it. And actually the FTC now is calling this the Game of Loans, as opposed to Game of Thrones, kind of thing. So that's pretty, and it's all telemarketing stuff. That's why there's other rules. These people, because people do things until they get caught. See, if they don't get caught, then they still get away from it. Wait, what's the becoming of? What was that now? I didn't see that. I think that was a YouTuber, baby. Good morning, Matthew. What are becoming of the Deborah? What do you mean? What are becoming of the what's that? I can't tell what you're trying to say, or almost didn't say, or whatever. Okay. Here, if you go to the consumerfinance.gov. Now, this is a great office too, and this is a place to turn to for your student debt, because they have a great information there on what you can do to prevent student debt and stuff like that, and not get trapped in their scams, and you can do everything that is possible legally for you to get out of that student debt or reduce it. I invest in vets. They are increasingly, I invest in vents. Boy, I'm showing my age, or I'm just an old dumb shit. You know, I don't know. I invest in vests. I mean, like, vests you wear? Bulletproof vests? Or what? I'm not sure. Somebody, yeah, I missed the, can't see that now too. It hid. That's some of these things go by so quickly I can't get them. Okay, how to recognize a credit repair scam. See, vets, like, oh, veterans. I invest in veterans. Yeah, there are a lot of programs for veterans and even non-veterans. That's why I used to go over Walter Reed, you know, where that was the hospital for people that are wounded, and show them about programs that are not for veterans. They're for everybody. See, I think a veteran should be the first in line for any government program we have. Like all those programs I'm talking about aren't vets, because vets will represent a very small fraction of them, but there are things set for vets. You know, and you should be aware of it. And I think one of the best things is that if you have a business and want to sell something, I mean, then there's a, you know, there's money and help, you know, for you to get government contracts, and that's what they're. Warhol, Andy Warhol, right? Well, actually, he's from Pennsylvania too, but over Pittsburgh on the other side of Pennsylvania, from where I am. Okay, how to recognize a credit repair scam, and that's consumerfinance.gov. And they warn you and all about. Okay, now, okay, how to get legitimate help. Okay, now this is what you have debt and it's worrying you, any kind of debt, student loan debt, credit card debt, or whatever. Okay, here's some places I'm going to show you how to get free help so you start to lift that burden. I haven't seen you since Carson. Yeah, that was a long time. That was before all this gray hair even. Actually, I did Leno. That was close. Yeah, and that time I was doing, actually I was supposed to do, work with Carson, but then some other talk show wanted me, and I did their show, and then they canceled because they said, oh, you did that other late night show. I think it was Pat Sajak or something like that at the time. And they said, oh, we can't do you now. You know, you can't be on our show now. You know, the intrigue of Hollywood. It is so bad. Never watched Leno, yeah. Yeah, I used to run around him on the circuit too. Like we were both on Letterman together and stuff like that. I remember before he had his own show. So anyway, okay, here are the places to go if you have consumer debt and you want help. Okay, one, are there financial HUD counselors? Okay, financial HUD counselors. Okay, if you go to HUD.com. I mean HUD.gov, HUD.gov. Letterman's a bad kisser. I wouldn't know. How do you stop the interest? Okay, how do you stop the interest? Okay, these are the people, you know, any of those problems you're talking about, can you stop the interest? Yeah, see, there's all these things are possible, and you got to figure out how that can be done. What are the magic words to say? People help you and even call for you and do that if you're a little concerned, and these are the places to find that kind of help that you don't have to pay for. They don't take a percentage of anything you do, and that's the important thing. HUD.gov and look for, you know, counselor. Okay, if you Google counselor and HUD.gov, you will get a whole list of offices, you know, state by state, that are counseling offices. Okay, and then you choose one and you contact them, and there'll be a state, U.S. map, USA. You click on your state, and then you talk to them ahead of time. Tell them what kind of problem you have, and what do they how can they help, and what they charge. Okay, you take notes. You call a few and see what they say. You don't just call one and say, oh, they sound like my dream date. You know, you don't do that, because that's how you get sucked into something. You don't even know what's out there. You don't know there's an option. You know, there's a prettier girl over there you don't even said hello to yet, you know. So don't do that, because that's the same thing. You have to know your options. So you go there. That's the one thing I do. I have videos too of these credit counselors that actually do the work, and that's why in the report I show you videos of the people, what they say, what they do, and everything, and they lay it all out for you. You don't have to trust some huckster like me. Okay, here's another thing too. You want to go to a list. The Department of Justice has a list of credit counselors approved by the Department of Justice. Okay, so that's why now you're not, you know that they're not people scamming. You're not definitely positive of anything, but this is a better list to start with. So you go to justice, justice.gov, and you're looking for counseling agencies approved. Counseling agency approved. Okay, have you ever been on TV? Yes, lots. I've been on thousands, and that was a little on Oprah 3-4 times, and maybe 3, and Larry King about 7 or 8 times, Letterman about 6-7 times, I think. Today's Show, all that kind of. But that was back in the 90s or 2000s, whatever, a long time ago. And then I had successful infomercials that were very successful. I did. But here, okay, so you want justice.gov, and you search for list of credit counseling agencies. Okay, now these are approved by them, and it's state by state again. So you go and find the ones approved. Okay, so they're all regulated. Okay, so now that's the second place. The third place is your County Cooperative Extension Service. County Cooperative, people forget about this place. This is one of the best services that we have in the country. I mean, I used to call them, I had moles. My father-in-law had moles in his backyard. Call them, and they know the secret of getting moles. They know the secret of you growing vegetables in your backyard and selling them at the local farmers market or whatever. All these kinds of things. Okay, how do you find your local county cooperative extension service? Okay, actually, here's a link that I use, and it's I'm sure if you Google find county extension offices, find county extension offices, that'll help you. But what I use here is npic.orst.edu. npic.orst.edu. It's probably easier for you to just find county extension offices and make sure it's not a .com. That's all. That's where. Again, I have video interviews of people who do the financial counseling. They have services that you have debt problems. Okay, they have people for free help you with that debt, help you call the the credit card companies, all this kind of thing. And there's even a woman I talked to. She wrote a letter for a fellow at one of the big major banks, to get rid of the debt. And the bank said, okay, we'll get rid of it. And just got rid of it like that. I don't know, it was like $7,000-8,000, and just like that. So that's what you have to try. You have to do anything. Don't just sit in fear, and think you can't do anything unless you give money to somebody or there's somebody else knows all the magic. There is no magic in life. There's just some work and research, and that's the key to everything. My God, you still around? Yes, I'm sorry. We use that effect credit scan. My God, we use them. Will that affect credit score? They will tell you for sure. Some things you do affect your credit score, some things you don't. And they know all this stuff. I mean, you're guessing. I'm even guessing because I don't really know. You want to get experts' advice and help, but experts who are not there to make money off you. My God, you're still around. Yes, ma'am. And that's the important thing. We all make decisions based on no information or guesswork or what your brother-in-law said, which is stupid. Look, at the best experts in the world are wrong now. So don't worry. You covered the Muppet Show. You created the Muppet Show. No, I didn't. That was nice of you to say. Okay, so that's 3 places now you get free help. Okay, here's a 4th place. 211.org. Okay, this is a place, a central source for any kind of free help. any kind of free help. You see that? Any kind of free help that you can get. So 211.org. And if you go to that website and then you put in your zip code and put in debt or credit and things like that, and fine. Every place is different because it's different everywhere else. Victoria, here's an original info. What's that? Oh, 211.org. Yeah, LED. Hi, LED. What is it? What do you mean by LED? Victoria. No. He's the original info. Mercial. I'm not sure what mercial is. That's a word. See, I'm a little illiterate. I didn't do well in English. I'm actually smiling watching you after all these years. Really? Oh, thanks, Jack. Well, I mean, listen, if you don't start having fun in life, it's just going to get worse. Things don't get better. I'm actually watching you after, I'm actually smiling watching you after all these years. That's, I mean, our world is so screwed up. Yeah. So you might as well start attacking stuff and having fun doing it, because the option is, and that's not fun. You're actually smiling watching you after all these years. So there's a lot of fun things to try to do. So if you don't make it, that actually you're having fun trying. If you're thinking, oh, I'm going to eat this medicine because it's all going to be, and maybe, like me, writing books. This is something I love doing. I want to do it, and I've done 100 and only been right 10% of the time. So it's just things about stuff you have no idea about. You'd be wrong all the time, right? And so that's important. You strength through. You created LSD. Yeah, we all could create our own. There's no reason not to. And then it becomes infectious. See, you don't realize, when I started wearing question mark suits, I lost millions of dollars, really. People wouldn't have me on their talk shows anymore, and that's how I used to make money, was being a professional guest. Thank you for the information you give and taking time to research. God bless you. Well, I don't know if he will or not, or she will or not, but I'm having fun doing it. And that's the key. What else can you ask for in life? Even if you had much money in the world, how much can you do with how much more? You have to eat, you have to support yourself, right? So that's a trick. How do you do something you like that allows you to live off it too? So you be self-supporting, okay? And then if you're doing it, then you're having fun and you're supporting yourself, and then you can do this to everybody. I'm having fun and making money too. And it's tough. You can't do it overnight, but you have to work at it. But what the hell? You have a long life. We all do. I mean, I look at 74. I feel I have 20 more years to figure this out at least. Maybe more. I mean, 90s look easy nowadays, right? Especially if you make it a 70. It's hard when you're 20. I need a government loan. Lots of government loan money. Okay. If you didn't know my work yet, let's see, where is that? Here's some websites of mine that may help you. The first one is One Stop. That's where you get the report for a state. I show you 327 free money sources in your state. Personal grants, direct payments, income opportunities that cost no money, things like that. Also, you still seem a little whack, which is cool, but you were crazy in the night. Yeah, no, I want to have fun, because if I'm having fun, then also I'm giving my best. If you're miserable doing something, that's what I'm trying to do, is get more people to do what they want to do in life, because then they're having fun, and then they'll do the job better, right? If you're having fun doing something, you're going to be better at it than somebody who is miserable. It's like going to the dentist for them. I buy some of your books and a DVD. Yep, that's old time. Now we're all online. And that's why these ebooks, the One Stop there, I mean, that's the best work I've done for 40 years now, I think. Talk, if you got lesko.com/talk, that's where you could go, and for $1 a minute, that's all. And usually in 15 minutes, I could show you, I'll send you the links and whatever, from free money for your whatever problem you have. Shows us that big house you bought. It's here, I'm in it now. You buy some of your books, and it's not too big. I live modestly. I don't need a lot of stuff. I want to do things. What you do all day is important, not what you're sitting on, what you're sitting in, or any of that. What you're doing, is what feeds your soul. You're helping other people, or you're stretching your capabilities as much as you can. That's what life is about. It's about growing. I mean, just think, you want to be a plant and not grow? No, you want to be a plant and keep growing, right? If you stop growing, man, you're no longer a plant. You're fodder. Where can I get those crazy crazy glasses. China, cheap as hell. Okay, Lesko.com/talk, and then tutor is research, and then here, let's download this free one, because this will help you as I finish this report on debt relief. This is a free report that will help you find the grants you want for anything. This is a report, so if you download Lesko.com/5free, these are organizations that are already get grants to help you find the grants, okay? So they're places to start. So if you don't want to do all the research yourself, you want to start learning how to do it, or instead of paying me to do it for you, then that's what you do. You start there. Okay, let me go through some offices. We're getting late. I see a multi-million-dollar home in Kensington. I don't know. I think actually getting cheap in Kensington. You live by there, somebody next to me just put up a new houses like that. Okay, so the fourth places, the 211. Okay, right. And when I put 211 and look for credit counseling help. This was in Kansas City, you got 14 places. So 14 nonprofits there in Kansas City are available. Now also here, if you have a business and you have credit problems with that, then that's when you go to your Small Business Development Center, and that's SBDC. Or if you go to Americas, AMERICAS, SBDC, do your info money for nonprofits. Yes, actually I have a report and a video, a course on Udemy. If you put Lesko.com/course, Lesko.com/course. I have a Udemy course there on the 10 best places to get money for your nonprofit. It's video instruction, all these places, where to go, what to do, what to say, everything. And it's also on a download ebook on Lesko.com/tutor. So you want to go to both of those, or either of them. It's really the same report. It's just a little more detailed on the course. Okay, also before you get with anybody, okay, so say maybe you get into some company says, oh yes, don't worry, and you get sucked in, and you're gonna not do it for free, you're gonna pay somebody to do it, okay? God bless you. I don't really know what works. I'm guessing all the time too, so maybe that's your right move. Don't know, but to me, at least try the free ones first. But okay, here's what you do if somebody says yes. Before you sign anything, you go and contact your attorney general. Your attorney general in your state keeps track of all the bad guys like that who have complaints about they screwed other people, okay? And if you go to NAAG.org, NAAG.org, that's the Association of Attorney Generals. NAA, National Association's Attorney General, AG, NAAAG. So you go to that website, and that's a .org. Is that it? I forgot. Oh, let me see. Is that yes, .org. NAAG.org. So they have a thing there. Find your attorney generals. They have the pictures of all the people. Where do you? I'm on disability. Okay, yes. All this stuff is for you too. Anybody with a disability have trouble doing. Yes. I get a lot of people that I'm able to help doing that. And let's see, what is that? Where do I go? I'm on a disability. I need a set of teeth. Okay, healthcare. Start with your county health department for teeth. County health department, and look for dentists, and also your dental state dental society. They're the two places. There's dozens of other places to check, but that's where to check first, okay? I just had a person on YouTube, Katie from Idaho, called how she got teeth for her aunt who needed them. And her aunt tried and couldn't get it, but she was able to do it. And that's it. It takes effort. Everything takes effort in life. So do it. But contact your attorney generals to check out the people if you're going to give them money, and you check them out before you give them money. Okay, here I was looking at victims of crime. Now this is amazing statistics that I've seen. If you go to victimsofcrime.org, see, also there's money if you're a victim of crime, that even in sexual harassment crimes. There's money. Every state capital has money for that. But more importantly, I saw a report they did that says each year over 25 million people are victims of financial fraud. Stuff like this. You getting scammed. 25 million people. That's 10% of all adults are getting scammed. Dentists settle there are dental. I missed that. I'm sorry. But yeah, so 25 million people a year are getting scammed like this, okay? And that's 10% of all day. The day is a few years old, but it's the latest available. So it's probably more now, to tell you the truth. And what's another interesting thing about this is that 36% of organizations, this is businesses now, are also victims of crime. And 44% of organizations believe the police can't do much about it. Isn't that amazing? So they believe that police can't do much about it. And that's a report, too, that I put. And all this information is in those MatthewLesko.com/one-stop, those state one-stop reports I'm doing for any state. You put in your state, and $59, I give you the biggest report in the world that will show you every source of free money and free service that are available for you, that you and your family could use to save money. Because see, that's another thing that people don't realize is that you can, that the government grants that are available, really a lot of it is to pay other kind of bills. So if you know about these other bills, then you like, if you're paying like maybe for prescription drugs for $300 a month. Well, if you could get that for free, then that frees up money that you could pay to pay off your debt. See, so that's what these grants are for. There's some money programs to pay certain kind of debts directly, whether it's things like mortgage or rental payment, or up to maybe $700, $1,000 for emergency you need and things like this. So there are, but most of the money, to tell you the truth, is to pay for certain things in life, and so if you get the government to pay for that, then that frees up your income to do it. And then also in the report, I show you easy ways to make extra money with no talent, no investments, no nothing, and to learn all those. And that's what that report is all about. And I see we got 46 minutes already. Boy, I just babble along, don't I? Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for hanging in there so long. And here are, if this applications scare me. Don't worry about applications. Most applications for free money are only 3 or 4 fill-in-the-blanks pages. You're thinking people are scaring you, and they are application, people want your money. So never worry about any application until you get one. The free report is at lesko.com/5free, and that's a great source because that will show you how to start these people who are help you find the research. They do research for you for free and help you learn the system. I'll do, I'm trying to teach you the system, but also I'll do the research. I package research, one for free money to live on, to do anything, and that's the one stop. And then I have one for business, one for starting a nonprofit, or one for starting a business, and the other is for housing. And the housing is only like $49, and then the one stop, which is the biggest thing, but I have it by state, so I'm able to get that price down. That used to be $79. Now I got to $59. I hope to someday to get it down cheaper. But right now, you go to that first one, the one stop, and just put in your state. I have about 12 now, I think, that are all prepared to download. If I don't have a download for you, then just order the generic one, and you'll get it within 2 weeks, okay? And that will be very helpful, because the more people that order ones I don't have, that means I can finish these other ones and have them downloaded for everybody. Okay, pay off your credit card one at a time and have the debt relief. You're welcome. Dude, you have 30 people online. Really? Wow. Is that good or bad? I don't know. I mean, I see these people with millions and stuff. I don't know. I'm just trying. And I'll have that debt relief. Yeah, well, get help. Have somebody, so you understand that. Dude, you have 30 people. I charge people $2,000 to do student loan consolidation. See? Okay, now that's why you want. There's somebody's going to charge you $2,000. He admitted it. Okay, now if you go to these free counselors, find them. Maybe he gives it. I don't know the guy. I don't know, whatever. All I know is that everybody who built these programs and wrote the laws and say you do not need anybody to help you with that. So and there's free counselors too. So at least try the free one first. Okay, because they are mostly stupid. Who's mostly stupid? Me, I guess. I mean, we're all wrong a lot of times. So you can begin with credit card company. Yeah, exactly. That's right. And then even if you're afraid to do that, counselor, because they'll tell you you're okay. And then they may even tell you how to handle it better, because a lot of this fear is the unknown. And that's what you can begin with credit card company. Yes, exactly. But see, if you get one of these free counselors, you can ask that, hey, can I call a credit card company? So you hear it from the horse's mouth. Somebody's in the business all the time. Will give you the courage. And you ask them, okay, what's the worst case going to happen? Is somebody going to show up in my front of the house and throw me in jail if I ask them to reduce the rate or something? How much Coke you sniff? I don't even drink it. Now, I mean, the energy I have really comes from doing something you love in life, and that's what I'm trying to help everybody do. Learn about the tools that are available in society to help you do what you want to do in life. Oh, hi, Natalia. Yeah, I remember you. What? Send me an email, Natalia. Maybe there's something. Nadia. Oh, Nadia Cafe. Hello, Matthew. It's Nadia from Qatar. Yes. Why are people being so mean? Some people need to be that way. That's okay. Life's big. You're allowed. That's what's so neat about America. You're allowed to be an asshole. People see me coming down the street too. What is that asshole doing? You're allowed to be that. That's it. But this is me inside, and that's to me one thing. Thank you, Matthew, for all your help. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Robert. Thanks for being here. Why are people seeing so mean? Some people see it as their job. We got to have a mean son of a bitch somewhere, right? I don't want to be around them, but maybe some people do. And that's fine. The puppet behind you. Oh, that one just blinked. Oh, yes. That was from an old infomercial of mine. Actually, in the same infomercial, I played Donald Trump, too. I got to get that up on YouTube so you guys could see me as Donald Trump. This is like before Donald Trump was even the Donald, probably about 15 years ago. And that'd be fun to see. So, okay, guys. Well, thank you again. Do you have reports made, applications? What? Say that. Do you have reports? What? Go to lesko.com/one-stop. Don't worry about writing an application, okay? That's the important thing, is not to worry about writing any application. Ugly old thing. Oh, that's nice of you. Give me money. Oh, that's nice of you. Why did Floyd from the kitchen show you his junk? Oh, well, that's nice. Thank you for the information. Well, that's, yeah, I guess I got to just cancel these people so they don't show up again. But okay. I hope something helped today, and thank you for allowing me to do this. I mean, it's something I really want to do, and really the pleasure in it is that it helps somebody. If it doesn't help somebody, then I want to do something else. That's what, to me, about charging. It shows you, capitalism shows you that if what you're doing is really worth value at all. Because if it's not worth value to somebody else, I should figure out what else to do. So I want to know it's really appreciative of you. Have a good day. Great. Thank you, Charlie. Okay, block them all. You helped me a lot. Great, thanks. You're fun. Great. Okay, I'll see you soon, guys. Thank you. Have a good day. Cheers. Hey, thank you. We'll tell Barbara, share people about. Oh, that's right. If number one, if anybody knows any blogs.